A water bottle clattered across the sacred marble, shattering the silence at Arlington National Cemetery. Caleb Whitaker, a cocky 16-year-old in a designer blazer, grinned at his phone, filming his stunt for likes. The tomb guard, Jacob Harper, didn't flinch. His march stayed perfect. 21 steps, turn, pause. But behind those dark sunglasses, he saw everything. To the crowd, he was just a soldier in a fancy uniform. To Caleb, he was a target for a prank. What no one knew, not the tourists, not the teacher, not even Caleb, was that the tomb guard had once carried a wounded brother through a hail of bullets in Afghanistan. And today, one reckless move was about to turn a field trip into a lesson no one would forget. Before we dive into this story, where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments. And if you believe that values like honor, courage, and sacrifice still matter, join us in keeping their legacy alive. The autumn morning at Arlington National Cemetery is quiet, almost sacred. Golden leaves drift lazily from ancient oaks, catching the soft sunlight that bathes the endless rows of white headstones. The air carries a crisp chill, and the distant hum of Washington, D.C. feels a world away. At the tomb of the unknown soldier, Jacob Harper, a 28-year-old tomb guard, prepares for his shift. His navy blue uniform is immaculate, every crease sharp, every brass button gleaming. His kepi sits low, and his dark sunglasses shield his eyes, giving him an air of unyielding focus. Jacob's movements are precise, practiced 1,000 times. 21 steps, a crisp turn, a pause, then 21 steps back. Each motion honors the fallen, the unknowns who gave everything for the country he loves. Jacob has been a tomb guard for a year, selected for his discipline and his service as a combat veteran in the Middle East. The weight of his duty is both a burden and a privilege. He stands tall, rifle at his shoulder, eyes fixed forward, embodying a tradition that stretches back nearly a century. To the tourists gathering at the marble steps, he's a symbol of solemnity. To himself, he's a soldier carrying the memory of those who never came home. But the quiet is shattered as a school bus pulls up, its brakes squealing. A group of about 20 high school students from a prestigious private academy in Virginia spills out, their navy blazers and khaki pants, a sharp contrast to the cemetery's serenity. Their voices are loud, carrying across the hallowed ground with the subtlety of a marching band. Leading the pack is Caleb Whitaker, 16, all swagger and confidence. His blonde hair is perfectly styled, his designer blazer slightly unbuttoned to show off a flashy watch that costs more than most people's rent. Caleb's the kind of kid who thrives on attention, always ready with a smirk and a quip. He's already pulling out his phone, aiming it at the tomb. "Check this out, guys," Caleb says, his voice dripping with mockery as he starts recording a TikTok. "It's like a robot parade. What's the deal with this guy? Does he just walk back and forth all day for selfies?" His friends laugh, a few pulling out their own phones to join in. One of them, a lanky kid named Josh, mimics Jacob's precise march, exaggerating the steps until he nearly trips over his own feet. The group howls and Caleb zooms in on Jacob, who remains motionless, eyes hidden behind his sunglasses. "Caleb, put that away," comes a sharp voice. It's Miss Sarah Thompson, their 35-year-old history teacher, her face a mix of frustration and exhaustion. Her light jacket and skirt are neat, but her expression says she's been fighting a losing battle with this class all morning. "We're here to learn, not to make a scene. Show some respect." "Relax, Miss T," Caleb shoots back, rolling his eyes. "It's just a show. These guys are paid to stand there and look serious. What's the big deal?" Among the students, Emma Sullivan, also 16, stands a little apart, clutching a small notebook. Her brown hair is tied back and her green polo shirt is tucked neatly into her khakis. Emma's the quiet one, the history nerd who actually read the pre-trip assignment about Arlington. She jots down notes about the tomb's history, but her eyes flick nervously toward Caleb. She wants to say something, but bites her lip, knowing he'll just call her a bookworm again. Miss Thompson steps closer, her voice firm. "Caleb, I'm warning you. This is a sacred place. These soldiers aren't here for your entertainment." Caleb snorts, undeterred. "Sacred? Come on. It's just a bunch of old stones and some dude playing dress-up." He turns to his friends, grinning. "Bet I can make him flinch." "Who's in?" Josh and a few others laugh, egging him on. "$10 says you can't," Josh says, pulling out his wallet. "Make it 20, another kid chimes in, and soon they're pooling cash, their voices growing louder. The tourists nearby, a family with 2 young kids and an older man in a veteran's cap, start to notice. The parents move away, the parents shooting disapproving glances. The older man, Frank Larson, 68, stands still, his weathered face tightening. His silver hair peeks out from under a cap with a Vietnam War unit patch, and his hand rests on a worn military pin clipped to his jacket. Frank's been coming to Arlington for years, visiting friends who never made it home. Caleb's antics hit him like a punch to the gut. Emma steps forward, her voice soft but steady. "Caleb, you shouldn't do that. The tomb guards are active duty soldiers. They've served in combat, just like—" "Oh, give it a rest, Emma," Caleb interrupts, mimicking her tone. "Watch you memorize the whole tour guide book? Go write your little notes somewhere else." Emma's cheeks flush, but she doesn't back down. They've earned this post. It's not just a ceremony, it's about honoring the fallen. Caleb rolls his eyes, turning back to his phone. "Whatever, bookworm. Watch this." Miss Thompson's voice cuts through. "Caleb Whitaker, stop it right now. You're embarrassing yourself."